Hi everybody, David Paul with you here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center, and we continue to monitor this, well, it's a festering tropical disturbance in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico. It's here, just east of Brownsville by about 125 miles or so. And you notice the line here over the satellite view. That's the Hurricane Hunter track. Hurricane Hunter aircraft is in here right now. They are looking for any changes in surface pressure, pressures aloft. They're looking for any type of sustained wind speed down here. What they're really also trying to find to see if there is actually a closed area of low pressure out here. So there's where the Hurricane Hunter aircraft is right now. If there is a center to this tropical disturbance, it is most likely right about here, and that's what they're going to fly through and into right now. And you'll notice the center, the low level center, is exposed, or it is removed from the deeper convection right now. To get this thing to really begin to develop or crank up, we would need to see the deep thunderstorm convection here over the top of a low-level center. At the moment, it doesn't appear that we have that. And that's a little more apparent when you go to the visible satellite. The brighter reds you were seeing on that infrared enhanced satellite picture there were right in here and right here. And the center, if there is one, is right here. This is a complicated mess, and quite often when these systems are struggling to get going, they are, and they do present as complicated messes. So exposed center, convection displaced to the east and to the north. So at the moment we don't have anything that's really ready to crank up into a tropical depression or tropical storm. And because of that, the Hurricane Center still has this at just a 40% chance, a low to moderate chance for development over the next couple of days. And that's all it's got. It is most likely that what there is out here, this little center of rotation, if it is a center of rotation at all, is going to continue to drift onto the west at about 8 to 10 miles an hour and make landfall in here between Brownsville and Corpus as we head into tomorrow morning. And once that little low-level center gets inland, that will be the end of any potential development. Tropical systems run off of warm ocean water, and once it gets removed from that, there'll be no more chance that it could develop. So right now, what we have is a classic weak, disorganized tropical disturbance. It's going to move inland into Texas, and it looks most likely that it's going to bring a whole lot of beneficial rain. Looking at the wind field on this, and this is a computer model of the wind field. These are not actual surface observations, but one of the things I noticed is, for the most part, we've got kind of an open wave here. I mean, maybe there's a little bit of wind curly-cueing around here on the backside, but that's what the Hurricane Hunter is looking for, is some sort of closed-off circulation. We just don't have much in the way of westerlies right now at the base of that circulation. So it's an open wave, but it is producing thunderstorms out over the Gulf of Mexico, and it is now beginning to shove more moisture onto the Texas and Louisiana coast, and you can see we're lighting up here. We've got lots of scattered showers and thunderstorms now beginning to blossom closer to the coastline here. Showers now popping up Chambers County, scattered showers now beginning to blossom here in Houston-Harris County, Fort Bend County south of Sugar Land, showers there, heavier thunderstorms Matagorda Bay, Victoria, Refugio. So today and this afternoon, it looks like it's going to be a little bit more active as more of that tropical moisture comes in with our tropical disturbance festering out there. Now, they have labeled this an Invest 95. They did that yesterday. That allows them to begin to run the spaghetti plots on it. And so these are the spaghetti models on Invest 95, our system in the Gulf. But again, very weak and disorganized. They're all in a pretty good consensus that what's out here is going to drift west and northwest, and the center, if you can call it that, makes landfall near Corpus tomorrow morning. And then the remnant low moves north, basically up toward Austin, maybe up toward Waco. So low pressure center here puts Houston and southeast Texas on the wet side of that rotation. Good, because we desperately need the rain, and it looks like we're going to get it. Let's take a look at how this plays out on future track. This is a future radar, and here's where we stand right now with our little low pressure entity giving scattered showers across the Gulf. We go into Thursday morning, and there's our little low about to make landfall south of Corpus. But you can see that onshore flow on the dirty side of that circulation begins to bring in rain tomorrow. So we've raised rain chances tomorrow for Houston and all of southeast Texas, and especially the coast, up to 80%. In fact, it may rain most of the day in the coastal counties tomorrow, beginning in the morning and lasting through the day. which is good. I've been talking to farmers and ranchers down across Brazoria County, Galveston County. You know, it's not cracks in the ground drought. It's not like 2011. It's not like 1980, but it is very, very dry. And if you're a cattle rancher down there, you've had to buy feed and hay because there's just not enough grass out there for the cows to eat. This should help to get the grass growing at least for the rest of the summer, laying down some moisture. We go into Friday morning with the remnant low here near Victoria. So if this forecast does verify, that's going to put us on the wet side of this weakening, now deteriorating system on Friday morning. But Friday morning may be the wettest time for Houston and southeast Texas. And then the low begins to dissipate. It opens up, but if that forecast track verifies, we will still have all this remnant tropical moisture into southeast Texas through the day on Friday and into Saturday, even into Saturday afternoon, especially Saturday afternoon. Little heat bubbles up and we'll see widespread scattered showers and thunder showers going through Saturday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, things look to turn wet across southeast Texas. This rainfall total estimate takes us into Friday morning. So between Thursday and Friday, 1 to 2 inches widespread, maybe 2 to 4 in our southern counties. Again, the coastal counties begin to see the onset of the heavier rain Thursday. So you're ahead of the northern counties, which may have had only a ½ inch by the time we get to Friday morning. Then from Friday morning through the day on Friday and through the day on Saturday, rain totals continue to add up. Friday and Saturday look wet, especially Friday. And so by Saturday evening, these are the climax total rainfall forecast: 2 to 4 inches, Bush River, Continental Airport, Hobby 2 to 4, Pearland 4 to 6. Would not surprise me at all if we had a few 7-inch bullseyes down across Brazoria, Matagorda, Galveston County, Chambers County possible. Further north, not quite as much rain, but still a healthy 1 to 2 inches. Huntsville, College Station, Conroe, Livingston, Brenham. This would be perfect to help put a dent in the drought, if not end it in some spots, at least in the short term. We're about 5 inches behind in our rainfall, some more, some less, depending on where you look at it, but almost all of that deficit, that's for the year. About 5 inches behind for the year, but all of that deficit has come in the last 4 or 5 weeks. We've had no rain in June, and usually in June we get about 4.5 to 5 inches of rain. So the entire deficit's come in June with all the heat. We may make up a lot of that here in the next several days as our tropical low moves on shore. So that's the tropics as it stands in the Gulf. Real quickly, out in the open Atlantic, this spot not showing much in the way of development, 10 to 30% chance it develops there. And then this is the track of our PTC, our potential tropical cyclone number 2. It's here just north of Caracas, Venezuela right now. So the thing is, it's moving west at 24 miles an hour. Because it's moving so fast, it's difficult to get a circulation genesis to go when the system's moving at 24, 25 miles an hour. It needs to slow down a little bit for it to develop. We're keeping an eye on it. If it does develop, perhaps a tropical storm into Central America, Nicaragua going into Friday with 70-mile-an-hour winds. That's from the Hurricane Center. Maybe. But what is interesting is that if it does become a tropical storm here and it does get a name, it looks likely that the circulation will stay unique as it comes across Central America, and then it would keep the same name and reform out in the Pacific. Bonnie is the next name on the list. So either it looks unlikely that the system in the Gulf is going to get that name. If Bonnie's going to form, it'll probably be potential tropical cyclone number 2. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. So we go into Thursday, rain chances ramping up 60%, 70%, 80% as we go through the day on Thursday. They increase starting on the coast in the morning and moving on inland. Thursday is going to end up being a wet afternoon and evening. Highs held down to the 80s because of the rain. The extended forecast, 90% rain chance Friday as that tropical moisture comes on the wet side of that remnant circulation. Still some leftover showers on Saturday, drying out, and before you know it, we're back to the mid and upper 90s by the middle of next week. 4th of July looks good, 96. Hopefully, just for safety's sake, for fireworks, the 4th of July, we will get this rain going into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and at least get the ground a little wet and lower the wildfire risk with fireworks. That's where we stand right now. Live updates, updated computer models, updated information from that hurricane hunter that's out there right now. We'll have that for you on the TV side at 4, 5, 6, and 10. We'll see you